Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today we're going to be talking about some books that I've bought recently, sort of over the course of the past year. Really, this is quite a big haul because these are just all the books I've managed to acquire in the past year or so. So yeah, I've been in some amazing bookshops this year, although I haven't actually bought books in all of them. But I went on a trip to Bath recently with one of my friends and there's some amazing bookshops there. But I don't think I did buy a book. Okay, so I will talk about one. But yeah, I would highly recommend if you're ever in Bath. There's like Topping and Co. There's this one down a random side street near the Jane Austen Centre that I can't remember the name of that was really good. There's Persephone Books, which we'll talk about. Yeah, just so many good ones. And in April I'd been to Edinburgh as well, and there's some amazing bookshops also in Edinburgh, so just spoiled for choice. And recently I didn't actually buy a book, but I went to Foyles in London, and for some reason I'd never been in the big Foyles there before. The one on, is it Shaftesbury Avenue or Charing Cross Road, around there? Yeah, that was amazing. That was like 5 stories. Me and my friends spent like well over an hour in there. It was so good. So I'll definitely be going back there whenever I go to London in the future. But yeah, so we'll just get started with the books. So the first one I actually got in Cornwall when I was on holiday there, and this is Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier. So Daphne du Maurier is quite an older author, a classic if you will. I wouldn't have said any of her books were considered classics other than Rebecca, which I've not read. I have read this one now. But I wanted to get this one when we were in Cornwall because it is set in Cornwall and the vibes were just perfect. So yeah, this one I'm really happy to have, and now I'll always treasure it because I bought it in Falmouth and read it when I was on holiday in Cornwall, so it just all feels very special. So this is following Donna, who's a nobleman's wife, and she for some reason runs away from her life in London. Can't remember exactly what prompts it. To go to their Cornish country manor where she meets the French pirate and then gets up to loads of hijinks. It sort of has similar vibes to The Princess Bride, I would say. And it's a really interesting exploration of Donna as a character and her sort of conflict between her responsibilities in her life and as a parent and her inner desire for freedom and desire to be loved. And yeah, it's just a great book. I would highly recommend. And the writing I feel like was very accessible. I don't really read a lot of classics or do a lot of English lit. I'm very much a scientist. But I found it really easy to read. So yeah, would recommend that. Then the next book was The Familiar. So I think I got the next couple of books in Edinburgh earlier in the year, but I saved reading them till this time of year. You'll see why, because they're all a bit spooky. I don't quite know why I decided to buy a load of spooky books in April, but I think maybe because of the vibes of Edinburgh. It's just always spooky. So yeah, this is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo is one of my favourite authors and always has been since Six of Crows. Like, that was one of the series that got me into reading. I have read Ninth House, but I've not read any of its sequels, so I hadn't read any of her books in ages. And I'd heard mixed things about this, so I was a little bit like, ooh. But the cover's so cool. I mistakenly thought it was about vampires, which having read it, it's not, but it still has the vampiric atmosphere, so I wasn't disappointed. And I have read this now and I really enjoyed it. This is turning into more of a wrap up than a haul, I'm sorry. But yeah, the cover's just stunning. It's got these nice red sprayed edges. It was a great story. I will talk about it. I'm going to do a recent reads and include this because I read it in October, so I won't talk about too much the plot now. But it's basically following Louisa, who is a maid, and she has a talent for little magics and she gets noticed by her superiors. And then kind of all spirals from there. So yeah, it's set in Spain in the 1500s as well. So really cool setting, quite historical, some great characters. Leigh Bardugo's writing. So yeah, I'm really excited to have this and own it. So the next book is another book I've read and I really, really love. And this was, I think they were buy one, get one half price. And this will definitely be in my favourites of the year. And that is The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. It's a beautiful cover. And the kind of, and again, it's sort of a historical magical realism similar to The Familiar. This one's set in World War One, and we follow a brother and sister. The sister who's a nurse in World War Two, and the brother who's a soldier who goes missing. So the sister goes to try and find him, and so we follow both their POVs, and his is his story of trying to survive. But it's so good, and just Catherine Arden's writing is amazing. She wrote The Bear and the Nightingale, which was again one of the first series, like fantasy series that I ever read and loved so much. So her writing is just so good. The characters were also good. Oh, it's just, yeah, amazing. I'm so happy to have this, and I will treasure this forever. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, then next there's, again from Edinburgh, there's a romance bookshop there, which if you're ever there I would really highly recommend. They just sell romance books, and I really wanted to get a book to support them. So I got the Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love by India Holton, which I have read some of India Holton's books before. They are the like historical romance. What are they called? They're back here somewhere. Oh, I don't know where they've gone. Oh yeah, the League of Gentlewomen Witches. You probably recognise the covers. And I love birds and bird watching. I'm now a member of the RSPB, such an old person hobby, but I love it. So yeah, I was really excited to read this one. It sounds really good. It basically sounds like two rival ornithologists and their adventures. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and it's a beautiful cover. And India Holton has a very sort of humorous writing style. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Okay, then another classic, been on a classic kick, well, classic kind of, is Carmilla by Sheridan Le Faux. And this is the classic vampire novel. I have actually now also read this one. But yeah, this one is, it says the dark sapphic romance that inspired Dracula. So this was written a few years before Dracula, and you can see a lot of its influences in the classic vampire story. It's very, I think it's set in like a big German castle, and I love Carmilla as a character, and the main character, Laura, yeah. And this is a book that I think everyone should read if you're a fan of vampires and sapphic fiction. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was very short, it's like tiny, and very quick to read, and very easy to read, quite atmospheric. Probably not an all-time favourite for me, but definitely an atmospheric gothic read that I feel like is fundamental reading, you know. So I'm very happy to have this and to have read it, and it's a beautiful cover as well. Yeah. And next we have a series that has been out for a long time, but I think Orbit released the stunning new covers this year. And this to me is like truly what romantasy should be. Like, this is the kind of romantasy that I would read. None of this crown of stars and moons nonsense. So these are by T. Kingfisher, who's a great author I love. Their writing is just so humorous but also dark. It's really good. So I mainly got these for the cover art, honestly. And I had read them all before. But I wanted the physical copies because they're so beautiful. So this one is the first one. And you can really get the vibe of the series from this cover, I think. So they follow a group of knights who are like all middle-aged. It's great. And all various love interests. In this one, I think she's a witch. Oh no, perfumer Grace. But I'm sure she has witchy powers. And it's just like set in this sort of dark, gothic-y city, and they just go around solving mysteries or murders. Yeah, it's really good. It's a bit dusty, and the whole series follows a different knight in each book, and the knights are all friends. So you sort of, it's like a classic romance series in that way, where they're all interconnected by like friends or brothers or whatnot. So yeah, that's that one. And then I just love how classic fantasy they all are, like the portraits, and we need more covers like this, I think. So that's Paladin's Faith. I think this is the newest one. That's so beautiful. Then this is Paladin's Hope. So good. I think this one may be my favourite in the series because the main character is like a doctor, a pathologist. So yeah, that's so good. Or the first one. I do love the first one. And this one, they're just so pretty. So yeah, I'm obsessed with those and so happy to have them, and would highly recommend the series. Okay, then, and the next one is another favourite book. And that is The Raven Scholar. I'm so happy I discovered this book this year. It's such a beautiful cover. Although I feel like very shortly after I bought this, which was just in my local Waterstones released a like exclusive edition, which is black. but which looks beautiful. I've seen it, but I do like the purple, but I also like the black. So I don't regret it, but part of me wishes I'd waited till the black one came out. But yeah, this one is pretty, and I do like purple more than black, so I'm happy with this one. So yeah, this one is like everything I love about fantasy, and just the general like chaotic, epic vibes. So this one we're following Nima, who is a scholar, and she gets embroiled in these trials to select a new king for the kingdom, and one of the contestants gets murdered, and then it's up to Nima to try and solve it. So that's the basic premise, but it's quite epic in scope, and there's the whole mythology of the world, which is very tied in to the plot, and there's these 8 guardians who are all based on different animals. So Nima's guardian is the raven, and then there's various other animals, and they're more like factions where each animal also represents some trait that's beneficial. So like the ravens are very scholarly and erudite, and the other animals all have their like classic, like the oxes are steadfast and hardworking, and the foxes are like trickstery and mischievous and blah blah blah. So yeah, I really like their magic system. It's kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender also, maybe just because there's one character called Ruko who's basically Prince Zuko, who I loved. But yeah, and the twists and turns in this book are insane. I think this author this is her first fantasy book, but she's previously written murder mysteries, and I think you can really tell because the mystery and the plot twists are so good. Yeah, there was the plot twist of what I love, where you can you half guess it, and you like feel clever because you know you've kind of guessed it and you know what's coming, but then the twist is actually like a twist on the twist, so you've like half guessed it but you've guessed it wrong, so it's still shocking, and that's so satisfying, and that happens a couple of times in this book, and it's just so good. So would highly recommend this, and yeah, I'm very happy to have this one. Okay, the next we have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. There's quite a lot of vampire themed books in this haul, but yeah, this one I was very excited for, although me and the Schwab, I didn't like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, so I was already a bit like on her books, but this one, like Sapphic Vampires, was just right up my street, so I thought I would give it a try. I have read it as well, and I don't know how much I loved it. I will talk about it in my wrap up probably, but it is a beautiful book, and I am pleased to have read it and given V. Schwab another chance. Will I give her a third chance? I don't know. We'll see what the premise of the next book is. However, I do want to read her Threads of Power series, which is like the sequel to Darker Shade of Magic. But yeah, this one follows 3 different women throughout time. So there's a lady in the 1500s called Maria in Spain, a lady called Charlotte in the 1800s in London, and then a lady called Alice in the 2019 in America. And their stories are all tied together by vampirism and lesbianism. Yeah, and I really enjoyed following Maria, who's the Spanish character. I wish kind of the story had just been her, but I understand what V. Schwab was trying to do with the like generational stories. But yeah, so that's that one. I'd recommend if you like V. Schwab's writing, because her writing is beautiful. And if you like vampire stories, I think you will like not be disappointed by the vampiriness, because there is a lot of blood and gore and like that kind of thing. So yeah, I did enjoy that aspect, but some bits I didn't enjoy so much. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad to have it. So yeah. And then the last book is another book by an author that I love, and that is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I was so excited for this one to come out. I've been looking forward to this book since Joe Abercrombie's first tweet about it in like 2019. Yeah, it's really, really fun. I have read it as well already. That's the problem with doing this whole sort of for the whole year when like I've read most of the books. But this was just so much fun. Like, Joe Abercrombie is one of my favourite authors. The Age of Madness trilogy is like one of my favourite, probably my top 5 trilogies, well, not trilogy, like series of all time. And And this one was not quite as good as that, but I still had a really fun time, really enjoyed it. It follows a group of misfits. Oh yeah, so there's a bunch of these devils, and they are all different kind of characters. Like there's a vampire, there's a werewolf, there's a elf, is there a demon? There's like a wizard, there's all sorts, there's a priest, there's a like feral orphan, and the story is basically them trying to, the feral orphan character like is either pretending to be or discovers that she is actually the lost empress, and then trying to get her to the throne, and there's various ploys in their way, and it's like a adventure novel across medieval Europe basically, or not quite medieval, like just be past medieval. What's the time period of that? Renaissance era kind of vibes. And I really enjoyed the setting and the characters. My favourites, if you've read it, probably Baron Rickard. I loved him. And Sunny, the elf, as well. They're my two faves, I think. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the series goes. But yeah, it's just a great time. It's less... it's still grimdark in its like classic Joe Abercrombie dark humour style, but I would say it's less like grim than some of his other books. It's a bit more, it's definitely on the lighter side, which I kind of enjoyed. But yeah, it's great, so would recommend, and it's such a beautiful book that I'm very happy to have. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and let me know in the comments any books you've bought recently that you're excited to read. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you next time.